What is going on, guys? What an episode I have in store for you today. It is first versus second in the Bundesliga, Dortmund versus Leverkusen. This is episode 13 of our Borussia Dortmund realistic career mode series. So welcome everyone to episode 13. Hopefully it's lucky episode number 13. Not a great fixture for it to land on, that's for sure, because as I mentioned already, it's first versus second. First things first, if you haven't gone and watched any of the other videos and episodes in this season so far, go and check them out first. Lots of stuff happened. We're currently in the second season now, and it's really going well. We're very much enjoying it. If you're coming back after the last episode, welcome back. Thank you for joining me yet again. Really appreciate you having you guys along, and thank you so much for interacting with the series so far. The support has been fantastic. Lots of people getting in touch, you know, giving their opinions and thoughts and stuff, feedback. It's all really valued, I promise you that. So a massive thank you for that, and long may it continue, hopefully. Today, as you can see by the league table, we have got a bit of a title run going, and a bit of a title challenge as well. Bit of a three horse race at the moment. It's us, Leverkusen, and then Bayern Munich coming just behind. Their only defeat this season actually came to Leverkusen, so it is going to be a really tough game. They're absolutely flying out the blocks. Both teams unbeaten. Someone's O has got to go, unless it's a draw, in which case no one's O will go. So what else have I got in store for you for this episode then? Well, we're going to do a live com of this game against Leverkusen, that is for sure. Then we are going to have post-com highlights of all the rest of these games. We've got back-to-back games against Cologne, as is always the way. One of them is in the Cup. We've got a tie against Man United. And then we'll go into the next month, and we're going to have post-com highlights of all of those games, up until the Bayern Munich game. And then let you in on a little spoiler, I guess, for episode 14, we're going to have a live com of this Bayern Munich game, and then there's a massive winter break of about 5 weeks. There might be a DFB Pokal game in there, we'll see. And then we'll have post-com highlights of these two games, Wolfsburg and Arminia Bielefeld, and then another live com of Bayern Munich again. We've got them twice in the space of 4 league games. So, episode 13, we've got a live com of Leverkusen, and then post-com highlights of all these games up until Stuttgart. And in episode 14, next episode, we're going to have 2 live coms of a double header of Bayern Munich. So, it's really getting into, I guess, the meat of the season now. Cannot wait for this. It is going to be an absolute blockbuster. At least I hope so. So what about the game today then? What about the lineup? This is what we're going with. Very, very predictable, I guess. This has been predominantly the same lineup throughout the entire series. We've obviously rotated a lot, but this has been my sort of go-to for any like big game. And you know, I'm just really trusting the players. They're doing really well. We're playing really well. Obviously, there's lots of other players I'd love to have in there as well, but these are the guys I am going to. A quick word on the formation. Now, obviously we're playing really well, and I'm enjoying it, but I do need a little bit of versatility sometimes. I need a little bit of variety, plus I do want to just mix it up a little bit, just to not only enhance your viewing, but also just my playing experience as well. I want another formation to play on top of this. So someone suggested it in the last video, and I was actually thinking about doing it myself anyway, is that in real life, Marco also has been kind of doing a variation of a 4-2-3-1 with Dortmund. It's kind of like a narrow 4-2-3-1. I'm going to actually look at incorporating that into the save. Maybe we can add another formation as well. So we're going to have a look into that later on, and we'll see how that goes. But enough of that for now. What about this game today? Let's have a look at their team. They've actually got Alvaro Morata up front, and he is absolutely killing it. I'm not afraid to tell you, he's currently top scorer in the league. I think he's got 10 goals. So he has absolutely came out the blocks flying. They've got Owen Weindl as well. You'll remember some of you from a recent episode, I think it was 10. We were looking at him as opposed to Gossens. We were tied between those two. We ended up going for Gossens. They signed Weindl for a lot of money, about the same as what we paid for Gossens. So they've got him into the team. Frimpong playing at centre-back, even though he's like 4'2". Lindelof playing at right back. So there you go. The build-up really speaks for itself as we watch about the two teams about to come out. We've got a nice tifo of our captain, leader, legend, Mats Hummels. I know Royce is the captain in real life, but he's not playing much in this because his form has been really poor, to be honest with you. So, you know, Hummels for me in this career has really taken over the mantle and stepped up and become our captain. Gotta say, there is the tifo. Absolutely brilliant to see a bit of that. We do love to see it. So Leverkusen are going to get us underway. Hopefully the home advantage can play a part today and we can get a very, very important win. Let's roll it out to Aarons here now. Give him a chance of... Oh, that was poor from me. Let it run too much. And they're going to have a crack. Kubel makes a good save. Forces a corner. I have to be a little bit more cautious with the ball there. Gave it away too easily for my liking. We've got to win that ball, and we do. Can Aarons bring it down? Just about. Oh, that is a really poor pass from De Hood, and he's played Morata in, and he's got a chance to add to his tally here now. Great save from Kubel. The rebound's falling. Press slide, get in the end of it. Just slide in front of it. Come on. Disappointing from De Hood, who gives the ball away. He's been so reliable since he's really came into the team. And what a way to go behind as well. On the rebound, Kubel makes a great save, and here, just wanted Hummels to get in front of it. For some reason, St. Juice runs off the line. Don't know what he's doing there. And Hummels doesn't slide. I'm so disappointed we've let ourselves be undone by our own mistakes. And what a bad start to this game. 15 minutes in, 1-0. Right, oh, Reyna's found some space there. That's the run, that's the ball. Reyna's through on goal. Takes too long to get his shot away. Don't know why he hesitated. And that could cost us. Aarons does really well to counter-press. Thuram looking for Aarons. That's a great one from Aarons, and it's another opportunity. It's another save. Marlon on the rebound, and there's the goal. Putting on the pressure, and we finally got our just rewards. 37 minutes gone, and Daniel Marlon equalises 1-1. I thought that chance had gone after Reyna blew it, but we get another opportunity. Max Aarons again. He has been unbelievable since we signed him. Without a doubt, the signing of the save for me. His performance is so consistent all the time. His shot gets saved on his weak foot, but thankfully it comes out to Marlon. I think we deserve that little bit of luck. I really do. And it's 1-1. Good response to going 1-0 down. Oh, Gossens does really well to shield off that challenge. He's going to go through into the middle. He's got Marlon. That's the run indeed. And there's a chance on here. Why have I shot? Why didn't I square that? Why did I not sweat that? There's another opportunity. Gossens to chip it. Oh. The opportunities are going begging here. And that's half time. What a first half that has been. It has to be said. Really exciting. Both teams have had chances, and we really should be winning, I have to say. Somehow the XG is pretty much even. I don't see how that's the case. We've missed like 3 one-on-ones. Blimey. But it's been a positive first half going forward. Defensively, we do just need to tighten up a little bit. For now, I'm going to keep the tactics as they are. We'll see how it goes in the first 15-20 minutes. There's a ball onto Aarons over at the far side. Can we get it to him? We're going to send it. That is an incredible ball. What a fantastic ball from Marcus Thuram. He's going to try and lob it in now. Reyna's there on the header. Save. What a fantastic ball that was. It deserved more. It really did. Going to come into the middle. That's a really good ball. Bellingham looking for the ball of Reyna. Looking to turn. He's got the ball on to Gossens, to Marlon as well. It's Marlon in the end. And it's 2-1. 70 minutes gone almost. Daniel Marlon makes it 2-1. And it's really come out of nothing at first. But in the end, they find great space. Giovanni Reyna works the ball well. It's a good ball from Bellingham into him. And he cuts it back. I was expecting it to go to Gossens, but it goes to Marlon. And he's able to just tap it in. Brilliant positioning from him. Really well worked. And all of a sudden, the game has been turned on its head. 2-1. Oh, that is a poor, poor pass. Just wanted that into De Hood. And now they're going to try and hit us on the counter now. We need to just relax a little bit. Can Hummels get on the end of that? He can. He defends really, really well. And Aaron's looking to bring it out now. Got a lot of space to go work his way into. We've got Gossens on the far side here. We've got a really good opportunity. Can he get it through to Gossens? He can. And this is the chance. Dinked over the keeper. And 3-1. Surely that settles it for Dortmund. A fantastic breakaway goal. Robin Gossens getting his first goal, I believe, of the campaign. Can't quite remember now, at least in these games. Scored a couple in simmed matches. And it's a really nice finish. I thought I might have messed up when I dinked, but it just about goes over the keeper. Very composed, well worked from Max Aarons after a really good ball. And that surely all but settles it. We're going to make a couple of subs now as well. We're also going to go a little bit more deeper. See, I boosted the depth up to 90 as well. We're going to take that down. We're going to go down to 15, make it a real mid-block. We're also going to look to lower players in the box. We'll take this down to 3. Corners and free kicks can go down as well. And we're also going to we'll take the Hood off because I think he's not having the best of games, to be honest. We're going to bring on, I think, Oxlade-Chamberlain for him over Buffonta. We'll also take off Giovanni Reina as well and bring on Hazard. Just mark the space here. Just limit the space, really. It's all we need to do. Don't let him past him. Force him out wide if possible. That will do. Try and force them to play the crossing because they've not got targets in the box. And surely the ref's going to blow it for full time. He is. What a magnificent result that is. A fantastic win. 3-1 against second place. Their O has gone. And our O is the only one standing in the Bundesliga to date now. 12 games in and it is really, really looking healthy. A fantastic performance. Brilliant reaction to going 1-0 down. When they did go 1-0 up, all of a sudden I thought that this is going to be a real struggle, which it was throughout the whole game. Even so, 3-1 is a slightly harsh scoreline in terms of how well they played, but also we had some great chances in the first half that we missed and really should have capitalised on. And that is a fantastic, emphatic win, a real statement across the rest of the league. And let's see how that leaves the league table looking now. Healthy indeed at the start. 12 games gone. And currently 3 points clear of both Bayern Munich and Leverkusen as well. We scored the most in the league. Our scoring finesse is certainly not under question. Obviously the issue will be defensively. We've conceded 15 goals compared to 12, 13, 14, 12 again. So that needs to be tightened up a little bit. But so far, so good. An incredible start to the season. And, well, it's all in our hands, isn't it? It is all in our hands. For now, though, league action is put on hold as we return to the Champions League. If we win this game, we are through to the knockout stage, no questions asked. With a draw, it will all depend on the other result in terms of Dynamo Kiev and Club Brugge. But all you need to know is it's in our hands, and if we win, we will go through. So that's what we are, of course, aiming to do. In terms of what's next then, all of these games now are going to be postcom highlights. We are going to go right the way through to the end of the Stuttgart game, and we're going to reconvene and see what happens. So the run of games started with the home tie against Manchester United, and as you can see, as we already alluded to earlier in the video, we decided to go for this 4-2-3-1 system, the narrow 4-2-3-1 that Marco Rose was kind of adapted to and veered to occasionally during his early tenure at Borussia Dortmund. We were still really making tweaks with it and twiggling about with it as we were going through, but it went well relatively. Oxlade-Chamberlain sent through a great cross to Donyell Malen, who got us underway only 14 minutes in, as we really looked to put it on them early on with this constant gegenpressing system. We did find a little bit of adversity, I guess you could say. Max Aarons letting go of Jadon Sancho, who came back to haunt his former club as he rifled it past Gregor Kobel in the goal. And as you can see, he certainly didn't hold back on celebrations, had no interest of showing any respect to his former club. He wheeled away in celebration. Thankfully, we did make him pay. Giovanni Reina putting through this lovely ball, first time to Donyell Malen, who utilised his pace to get in behind Harry Maguire and rifled it past Dean Henderson in the opposition goal to put us ahead in the 75th minute. And it was a great way to end up sealing qualification to the knockout round of the Champions League. Back-to-back wins over Manchester United in the Champions League meant that we would top the group. Next up, we had this game against Cologne back in Bundesliga action. We opted to sim this one as we did have them in a few days' time again, that time in the Cup. We stuck with the 4-2-3-1 formation, hoping that it could once again prove some familiarity and we could get used to it, and it worked out well this time. A resounding 4-0 win in the end. Bellingham, Hazard, Reina and Adeyemi all getting onto the score sheet to make for a very good and convincing win. But the next game though was anything less than convincing against Cologne. We of course took on them and hosted them in the DFB Pokal and returned to this 4-2-3-1 system. Oxlade-Chamberlain coming into the side yet again, and only Gosens and Aarons were the only two changes to Schultz and Wagnerman last time out. It started off well. Marcus Thuram, after failing at the first attempt, gets the ball back and unleashes a volley into the right corner to get us underway, only 11 minutes into the game, and continue his tally rising upwards. Unfortunately though, they responded after some pretty horrendous defending from Bayer Leverkusen. A calamity of errors, ends up finding Anderson in the centre of the park, and he's only got an easy tap in there to make it 1-1. We got back into the lead as Giovanni Reina saw a run through to Marcus Thuram, and Thuram certainly not going to miss this one surely. A very composed finish past the keeper to make it 2-1, only 40 minutes gone. However, second half began and straight away I knew there was going to be a problem. More poor defending sees this time a near post volley get past Gregor Kobel to make it 2-2 in only the 54th minute, and that was then followed by an absolute calamity of a goal. Forgive me for thinking that my sweeper keeper would actually, you know, sweep, but he decided not to come out for this ball. They get sent through one-on-one and he's able to finish it past Kobel. Don't know what I'm supposed to do when you're playing a high line and your keeper just doesn't come out. So that meant we were out. We were out of the DFB Pokal. This just awful way to go out of that cup. Really not happy at all. And as you can imagine, I was very livid going back into Bundesliga action. It was against Borussia Mönchengladbach. I decided to retain the formation, but made a couple of changes in terms of Marco Reus coming back into the side. But hopefully was just trying to get us to get used to this system as much as possible. It started off with a real howler. He gets so much time to play this ball, but somehow still finds a free man running in behind, and 21 minutes gone, I was thinking, oh no, it looks like this system is just doomed to fail. However, we did respond very well. Marco Reus capitalising on this misplaced pass. He gets the ball, return ball from Schultz, who lays him in, and Thuram is able to finish. Although he decided not to go and pick the ball up, he just had a fit in the goal really. With half-time approaching, we go long from a goal kick, ask Thuram to be a target man. He brings it down brilliantly, shields the ball, sends through Marlon, who is able to lay it off to Adeyemi and produces a calm, composed finish. And what an incredible goal that was. It felt so good to score a goal like that. I absolutely love that. I eat that up, that direct play through to a target man, holding it up and sending it through. Brilliant. And in the end, it was a 2-1 win. Not the most comfortable of victories, but we did manage to get the win. And that's the sort of game that we wouldn't have won last season around. We return to Champions League action next, this time with the final fixture against Club Brugge, having a look at the Ketelaere, who of course we have been eyeing up very often and very keenly in the transfer window. We decided to sim this game, and as you can see, make a whole host of changes as well, because we were of course not already through, but also we had confirmed winning the group. In the end, it finished as a 2-2 draw. Looked like they were actually the better team. Some of the ratings showing that it wasn't that good of a performance, but thankfully we were already through, so it didn't really matter too much. Next up came a return to Bundesliga action. First off with Schalke. We actually decided to simulate this game as well. And the reason being was that they're actually 18th place. And we had the next game against Stuttgart, which we were going to play. We returned to the 3-5-2 this time around, compared to the 4-2-3-1 in recent games. And it went well. A 2-0 victory in the end. Jeremiah St. Just getting onto the score sheet, as well as Robin Gosens, who just always seems to score in sim games. I don't know why. It looked like a very emphatic and comfortable win. Again, all the match ratings really looking very handy indeed. And it was a nice way to carry into this final game of the section against Stuttgart. We carried on with the 3-4-1-2. A couple of changes. Wagnerman, Schultz, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Collins and Hazard coming into the side as we look to rotate things and just freshen it up. We had a couple of fitness issues in the prior to the game. And it was a fantastic performance. Absolutely resounding. First things first, Karim Adeyemi gets the ball, produces a very odd looking dipped cross to Marcus Thuram, who gets us off and running. Karim Adeyemi decides he wants in on that as well. Thuram sends him through with a nice ball, and Adeyemi gets it onto his left foot and once again looks so composed, so ruthless in front of goal when going through one-on-one. There's just no stopping him in that situation. He decided he wanted more as well. Dahoud plays it into Thuram once again, and it's almost a carbon copy of the previous goal, except this time he puts his laces through it, wellies it past the keeper, and with under 40 minutes already we were 3-0 up and looking very comfortable. Marcus Thuram decided he wanted more action, and after this ball from Marlon, he's able to put it through, put his laces through it and make it 4-0 as he runs through the advertisement boardings. Later on in the second half, Thuram gets put through by Karim Adeyemi and gets brought down as he's about to shoot, which means we do get a penalty. We have two players on 2 goals each, but it was Marcus Thuram who won the penalty, so it was him who takes the penalty, and he dispatches it very, very comfortably. No stopping that one to make it 5-0 and to give him the match ball. And he takes that home, and it was a very good performance, extremely emphatic, so solid, so comfortable. We haven't had many of them in the career mode, to be fair, but that one was very pleasing, and it was a really good way to round off this run of fixtures and react to going out of the DFB Pokal. And so the league table now looks like this. First of all, apologies for the continuity error, looking completely different. My bad. Recording on a different day, etc, etc. But as for the league table, it's still looking really positive. I've simmed up until the Bayern Munich game now, which means the other teams have played 1 game ahead of us, so do just bear that in mind. Obviously us and Bayern still with that game in hand, but other than that, we're still unbeaten, we're still top of the league, and yeah, it's so positive. Really came out the blocks firing. Bear in mind that it was up until this time last season that we were actually unbeaten as well, and then we played Wolfsburg and Bayern Munich back to back and lost both those games. And it also turns out in our next games we've got Bayern Munich and Wolfsburg back to back. So this could all change. The complexion could change very quickly, and we could be coming out at the end of January thinking, oh, what happened to our title race? Bayern did also lose recently to RB Leipzig as well, who are clawing back a little bit, which means the points gap to them is now 8 points. They have got to win today. There is just no denying that. They have to win to stay within, you know, touching distance of us and Leverkusen. As for the DFB Pokal, obviously really disappointed. We would have had Union Berlin as well in the next round in the quarterfinals. You know, that was there for the taking. It really was, and it was disappointing to come out of that game having not advanced through. Really disappointing. Obviously still making tweaks to that 4-2-3-1 formation, so you know, I think that did hurt us a little bit, so I was a little bit disappointed with that. As for the Champions League, now the draw will have been made by now. I haven't looked at it, I haven't seen it, I haven't seen anything about it in the news items or anything. I have no idea who we've been drawn against in the Champions League, so let's reveal that together. Let's find out now who we've got. Having a look here, we do have Sporting Lisbon, who of course are in the same group as Dortmund in the Champions League in real life. So that's very interesting. Let's have a quick look at who they advanced through. They got in a group relatively comfortably. Actually, saying that, level on points with Spartak Moscow. They came through a fairly easy group. Hajduk Split, Spartak Moscow, Atletico Madrid, and only got through on, I guess, what would have been a head-to-head record against Spartak Moscow. So they struggled. That's a really good draw for us. That's why winning the group has really helped us, because we've been drawn against a team who are second in their group. Elsewhere, let's have a look at the others. PSG and Juventus, that is a very good tie. Sevilla, Benfica, Wolfsburg got Atletico Madrid. Elsewhere, Atalanta, Liverpool, Manchester United, Frankfurt, Salzburg, Barcelona, Bayern Munich and Roma. There's a few teams there that aren't in there that probably should be. You've got Inter who've dropped out. Having a look here, Manchester City actually dropped out as well. Elsewhere, Monaco, Inter Milan, we've already mentioned them. Spurs and Real Madrid didn't qualify in a group with Salzburg and Frankfurt. That in itself, pretty shocking. Very surprised about that. Erling Haaland, of course, gone over there and not doing the business, it would seem, as they only get one win. So, yeah, this Champions League, there's an opportunity here. There really is. You've got one of Juventus and PSG coming out as well. Guys, we've got to step up this year. We really do. We've got an opportunity. In terms of other housekeeping, not sure if I will have put this in the post-com highlights or not, but I'll show you now just in case. Giovanni Reina in that game against, I think it was Mönchengladbach, or the cup game against Cologne, got injured and he's out for 7 months. So that's his season done. His season gone. Such a shame, because he was our go-to. He was our best attacking midfielder. He was the one playing on a regular basis. You know, Royce and Hazard have not really been stepping up, and he's been the guy. So absolutely gutting to see that he's out for the rest of the season. Do we go out in the transfer window and try and address that issue? I think we get by okay. The signing of Oxlade-Chamberlain has helped relieve the pressure in that sense. We can move him up to cam. The same with Bellingham, we can as well. Obviously, the transfer window is coming along and we may make a signing anyway. But, you know, I do think we will be okay if we didn't actually make a signing. As for the next episode then, we have got the game against Bayern Munich. We've also got the transfer window and we've got another game against Bayern Munich. So I've got to make a decision now. In the last episode, or at the start of this episode, I said I'd do 2 live comms. Whether or not we do that will obviously depend on the Champions League. I don't like the episodes to be too long if possible, because I know you guys have, you know, got other things to do as well. And, you know, we don't want 40-minute plus episodes. So we're really going to see how it goes. Do we live com one and post com the other? It will depend on how busy the transfer window is and how much stuff I've got in there. But we will definitely have those 2 games in some form and capacity in the next episode, as well as the transfer window. So make sure to keep getting at me in the comments section. Let me know suggestions, feedback, transfers, all that good stuff. Really will appreciate it. On that note, I think it's time to probably round the episode off there. If you have enjoyed it, make sure to ring the bell so that you get notifications every time I upload. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. Great way to support the channel. Lots of great, incredible perks and rewards for anyone who supports me. Making sure that you guys are getting your money's worth. Do go and check that out. The link is in the description, as well as the link to my Twitter. Give me a follow on there. My second channel, where we're doing Football Manager 2022 videos, and affiliate links to all of my gear and equipment. Gives the channel a little kickback, and it is a great way to support without spending any more money. On that note, we're going to finish it off there. Make sure to tune in to the next episode, episode 14, and until then, I will see you soon.